Hello everyone, I am Saksham Sharma, former HR and recruiter of TCS and founder of CareerKunj. Friend, in this video, I will be discussing what is the role of an MR panel in a TCS interview. So you must have known by now that TCS panel composition consists of a technical panel, a management panel, which is called MR, and an HR panel. So mostly the role of TR and HR are clear to many people because these are common in the other companies as well. But the role of an MR panel is something which many people are not sure about, and it is something which TCS only do that in their interview process. So today I will be sharing what is the role of an MR panel, who he is and what does he do, and how he can decide on the selection and rejection as the senior most member. And I have made a separate video, how TCS panel selects a candidate and what is the role of all three panels. So you can see that in our playlist. But today this video will be focusing on what is the role of an MR panel. Okay, so let's start. If you're new to our channel, do subscribe us because we are bringing more very authentic and genuine content about placement processes, and most of the things are coming from our own experience because we were into corporates, we were into recruitment. So do subscribe for getting more such helpful content. Okay, so let's discuss what is the role of an MR. So MR panel is known as Management Round. It's a management competency evaluation panel who checks your overall fitment in the company. So what is the importance of having an MR panel? See, you must know that a candidate in any IT company or anywhere is not just supposed to do the technical work. In an IT company, you will not just code. But what you will do, you work for some clients, you work for some customers. So you have to interact with them. That is one thing. Secondly, you just don't work alone. You also work, in a team member, in a team as a team member. So you should have those qualities that you are able to work in a team, and then you should be able to face the client, right? At the same time, there are, few things which requires problem solving mindset. For example, when we work for a client, they comes with a different problem, and it is not always that we know the solution or everybody knows the solution. We have to think through. Okay, so that is required out of box thinking, analytical thinking, and all this is something which is evaluated by a management panel. An MR panel is the senior most panel in the entire panel composition, and he is at least 15 years and above experience. There is certain grade after which only a panel can become an MR panel in the interview round. Okay, so given that he's the most senior most panel number one, so he has got a very good experience, and he must have seen so many team members under him, with him, all his 10-15 years of experience, and he can very well understand, yeah, this candidate is not good technically, but he can do better there, or this candidate is good technically, but he will not be able to handle something else. So from his experience, he makes the decision of selection and rejection, and the TR and the HR panel are juniors to MR panel, and that is why MR panel evaluation matters the most, because he's a senior most person, and that's where his recommendation actually matters a lot. So despite TR can be convinced with you or HR can be convinced with you, but the MR is not convinced with you, less chances that you are getting selected. So how to impress an MR and what to do about the MR round? So not much, honestly. MR round doesn't require much preparation, but yeah, few things you should take care of. Number one is that show a good attitude. A good attitude is something which shows that you can work in any condition, you can work on any project without any kind of complaints and frustrations. Okay, so that is one thing which an MR panel check, because people are good technically, but are they able to work in the team? Are they able to work in pressure? Are they work in absence of guidance? Is something that an MR panel will check. So you should have a good attitude that shows, yes, I can do anything, I can learn anything, I can work anytime. So, and if your body language shows that, if your answer shows that, trust me, MR will be very impressed from you. That is one thing. Secondly, MR panel check your presence of mind. He can ask questions from anywhere. Like if your name is Saksham, so you say, what is the name of Saksham? Do you know any celebrity with the name Saksham? Okay, so anything they can ask, and you should have a good presence of mind, because these are the questions you cannot prepare. At the same time, MR panel can ask you some diplomatic and psychological questions, that What if you get an offer from other company of a higher CTC? You are applying for TCS. If you get an offer from Microsoft or Google, what you will do? Again, you have to, be smart here in answering that you will join TCS because that is what you wanted to. Okay, and without defaming the other company, because other companies are also very respectable and they are the competitors. So you should definitely have a good presence of mind and good analytical skills to crack the MR round. I tell you one good example. When I was taking an interview with one of the fellow MR panel, and I remember it was for TCS digital category. At that time Prime was not introduced, so it was digital only. And the MR panel asked the candidate, tell me, so you have come for the interview today and you have come from your home, which was in Bhopal, and you have come to TCS office, which is in Indore. Now tell me all the technologies you have used so far while traveling from your home to TCS office. Name all the technology which you think were used. Can you imagine what kind of a question is this? You cannot prepare for it, right? You have to use your presence of mind that yes, I have used cab, so I have used a mobile app. Then it has used GPS, so it has used GPS technology. So those kind of things you have to bring in, and that is what MR panel checks. Okay, and at the same time MR panel will ask you, why do you want to join TCS, what you know about TCS. And many students I have seen this into many students, that they don't know about TCS and you are applying for TCS. So please go through about some important facts about TCS. What is its position into top companies, what is the market cap, how many employees he has, who are their clients. By the way, I made a video about questions related to TCS, which you can refer in our playlist, and that will help you to answer the questions, face the questions related to TCS. Alright, so all these things are taken care by the MR, and I think the most important thing out of all, if I have to say, is the attitude. So do work on your attitude, and I hope this video helps you to understand the MR role and what you have to work upon to clear the MR round and to impress the MR panel. For more such informative content, do follow us, and if you have any questions, let us know in the comment box. We'll be making videos on your comments, and if you have any suggestions. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.